Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the American Tier 7 light tank, the T71 DA. Now this is the tech tree cousin of the Lycan, and it's a damn nice little light tank at Tier 7. Now obviously the Lycan is a really damn good tank, and it's exactly the same as the T71 used to be before they made the light tank changes. And for that, because of that, and it still has 175 pen and 210 heat pen, it gets matchmaking, which means that the Lycan will, you know, basically never be truly top tier all the time. It mostly will pretty much always see tier 8s. But that's not the case for the T71, because when they changed it, they nerfed it down to having 145 pen on its APCR, which can be very limiting, by the way. But they kept 210 heat pen. But for the most of the tank, for the rest of it, it's pretty much the same, and it's a damn nice little light tank. You've just got to make do with the pen being a little bit disappointing here and there, but the mobility is okay, the reload's pretty nice. It's a pretty decent light tank all round, and I really enjoyed playing this through. If you haven't guessed by the title, as always, this is the third mark video for the tank, and it's a little bit different because this replay was way before I did the third mark, and that's because I've done a couple of videos on the tank on the channel before, and this, when I was playing through it, I think they were from when I was actually 3-marking the tank, and I had a couple of games together, so I ended up getting like 4 replays that I could use, which created 2 videos. But this replay was sitting deep within the archives of my video folders, you know, and it was like, I 3-marked it, got the game, looked through, and saw this game, and was like, oh yeah, I forgot about this one. So, as you can see, it is from a little while ago because, well, there's no HP bars, just things on the HUD look slightly different. It just looks closer to the terrible HUD we had before. But it's a damn nice game, so it gets shown. And, yeah, in terms of the crew that I run on the T71 DA, I run very similar to most light tank crews, and that is the Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Situational Awareness, Run and Gun, Steady Aim, Trap Mechanic, Camo Expertise, and Muffled Shot. Now, with this tank, there is a lot of ways that you could set up this crew, to be perfectly honest. I've set it up like a normal light tank to have the boost to the view range, the boost to everything through Born Leader, the boost to the camo as much as I possibly can, with the help on the gun handling, because that is one thing, the gun handling is a little bit derpy at times. I think it's got 0.39 accuracy, something like that. So it can be derpy, so you want to help it out as much as possible, because like the equipment that I run optics, vert stabs, and I was toying between either vents or traction system, for example, but the traction system made the tank turn a little bit too quick for me. It really threw it off, especially with slow turret traverse. But that's where, I mean, you could set it up a little bit differently, right? Because you could set it up with like rapid aim, and instead of like muffled shot, have off-road driving to make it turn better, you know, have background resistances, all that. There's many different ways you could set it up. So in this game, on Pilsen, we've ended up down to a 1v7. We've tried our best. This is one of those games where we've basically been flanking and always firing. We've not stopped all game firing our gun. We take a chance here that Tiger 1 was going to hit us, because I want to finish him off. Unfortunately, we bounced, but we do manage to get the shot in to finish him off. We go for the reload, switch to the heat because we've run out of APCR shells or a full clip of APCR shells. And now there's only 6 tanks left. We're up to 3k damage, which is a great amount of damage for a tank that does 135 damage at tier 7. And we're still full health, and like I said, there's still quite a lot left. I want to change the way I'm going because it was quite obvious. Well, I wanted to make it obvious I was going the other way. But we get a chance to shoot the people in the cap, so we get 1 in. I'm just thinking, you know what, I'll take the hit to finish the KV-85. We don't have to take the hit, though. We get 1 in, 2 in, and can we finish this ARL? Yes, we can. That's 2 tanks down like that, and we're down to 1v4. Now this setter's coming in, and he's full health, which is really unfortunate, because I'm not quite sure we can clip him out. So we're just going to wait for the reload in. We're going to have to make manoeuvres here, and I want to make sure that my shells go in. Now, to be honest, actually, I think if I'd rammed that guy, I probably would have finished him off, and it probably would have been the best option. We get another one in. We managed to swivel him round a bit, get the 3rd shell in, the 4th, miss the 5th, and yeah, if we'd actually aimed that properly, we would have finished this guy off. But we do get the ram in to finish him. And now there's a medium tank coming after us. It's a CS44 on full health as well. No one did any damage to him, so he's coming in to make this awkward. We're just waiting for the clip again so we can start dropping it in. Unfortunately, one misses. We get a second one. The third one pens as well. He tracks us on the move, which is fortunate because he could have finished us off. And we make sure we get that final shell in, and we're going to go over the ridgeline. Now, we're not actually going to be able to reload before they cap. It seems like they're going to cap, so I'm thinking, you know what, I'm just going to give up. I'm going to spin round, and I'm just going to give up, essentially, is what I did there. Because that guy was determined that he was going to cap. There was no point. And we finished the game with 8 kills, 5,000 damage, nearly 1,400 base XP on a loss. 8 kills, Radley Walters medal. So we got the Devastator, Ace Tanker, Radley Walters, Sniper medal, High Caliber, Top Gun. A really, really nice game for the T71 DA. And a game that can be summed up with, we just need a little bit of help. It was one of those games where we were firing non-stop. It was non-stop firing all game. There was no break in play for us. And unfortunately, we just couldn't carry it over the line. Maybe if we hadn't missed that final shell, or the second flash shell on that setter, and I hadn't focused so much on the CS44, realistically what I should have done is not focused on the CS44, just gone, you know what, I'm going to run away from the CS44 because he's not the most mobile tank in the universe, gone to reset the cap, and the game could have been different. But I mean, it was a fantastic game anyway, and you know, sometimes what can you do? So we're on to the second game and the final game. This is the fantastic game we had for the third Mark of Excellence in the tank, and yeah, it's quite the cracker. Obviously this is slightly before the MOE changes, so it was a little bit easier to get the marks. Like, you actually got benefit from having good games. And we're on Westfield, so we pull into this bush, and I'm like, right, okay, I'm just going to pull up behind the bush so it's not opaque anymore, and we're just going to keep firing. We're going to pop some shots into that guy because he's not going to spot us. I pull into the bush to spot some more people. We pull back again, like I say, so it's not opaque. And we drop the final 2 shots in the clip into the 110. Unfortunately enough for us, we set him on fire. And this is Westfield. We actually have shooters. They're climbing up the K line. We're spotting these guys. So I'm just like, please, guys, shoot these guys up. Give me all the spottings. We pull back behind the bush again so it's opaque, so that we get the best out of its camo value. And we just keep firing. Obviously, we've got muffled shot, so that means that our camo is not as impacted by firing. And we managed to get the whole clip into that Tiger too. We are keeping him lit, so I'm quite surprised that he never actually got shut down there. But maybe other tanks are keeping them hemmed in a little bit, and they're not able to get the shots out. But so far, we're only, what, 1 minute and 50 seconds into the game. We're up to 3k assistance, 2k damage. For the MOE changes, this was enough to go up like 0.5% on the T71 DA. A little bit more, why did I say 0.5%? It was actually nearly 1% actually for this game. And we've still got tons of time to get more. Now, unfortunately, we get spotted there by the 110. He ends up managing to snap the shot in RBRT straight in, and we've just got to move. We managed to spot the ball sig up as he fired. We're just going to fire on the move, keep running, because we don't want to get done in. This Tiger shot looks like he's YOLOing down. I don't want to get caught by that. We're up to 4.6k assistance, 4.7k assistance, 2.5k damage. So far, we're up to 7.3k, 7.2k combined, which is actually fantastic for a tier 7 light tank. It's utterly fantastic game for it already. And we're still going, everybody. We're still going. So this Tiger Shark's fired, and I'm like, right, okay, I want to get rid of this little Tiger Shark. We unfortunately bounce on the move. We missed the next one. He gets a shot in. And unfortunately, we just missed most of the clip there. He managed to get a shot into us, which puts us onto a 1-shot for him, which is a little bit sad, but it is what it is. We're still getting assistance, though, for people shooting at him, which is good. And I'm just getting away right now. I'm staying away from that light tank because, well, he could finish us off. Now they've got 2 medium tanks coming down off of the heavy brawling hill. I'm just being mindful of the Tiger shot behind me, but I want to get some shots into these medium tanks. So I back up here because this Dragon seems to be locked on, and I'm like, okay, this guy is coming in. He's going to end this game for me before I get anything done. He randomly turns around though and just avoids us. Unfortunately, our auto-aim shot hits the rock because we should have aimed. We're just going to drop the clip in, and I'm just hoping that he gets shut down, or I get to shut him down before he turns around to shoot me. But he fires at someone, and we managed to shut him down, which is great. So we're up to 3.5k damage now with 5.2k assistance, and it's now time to go change what we're doing. We know where 2 of the tanks are, at least, because they've been spotted. So there's the Huntsman, and we knew there was something else up at F3. So I want to get up and over here to try and spot it up. Because look, we've got 2 TDs at E0. We've got a medium tank at F90 as well as a heavy tank at K5. If I get up here and spot it, I'm going to get a ton of assistance, and that'll be really nice. And we actually spot the T43 and a Mouschum, which is a lot of hit points, and we're just going to try and keep bobbing up on this ridgeline and keeping them lit. So we get 1 into this guy. Fortunately enough, the Mouschum misses. He was looking the other way, so I took a risk there, and he actually snapped his turret round, but like I say, luckily enough he misses, which doesn't happen all that often. We missed that second to last shell on the T43, which is a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Now I'm just waiting for the heat shells to go in, because, well, if we stuck with the standard 145mm APCR rounds, we'd never even pen the back of the Mouschum. And we barely have, you know, it's 50-50 whether we really pen the heat rounds. But fortunately enough, he's not paying attention to us, so we just get up behind him, auto-aim into his back, and just drop the shells into the back of this guy and finish him off. That's 4.4k damage with 6.7k assistance. There's 1 tank left, it's artillery. We know roundabouts where he's going to be. I'm hoping to get the shot in. He gets spotted. We snap the shot on the move, get the final shell in, and we're not going to get the kill on him, but somebody else does. And we finished that game with an absolutely massive total for a tier 7 light tank. We finish with 4.7k damage, 6.7k assistance. That's like 11k combined for a tier 7 light tank. We finished with the ace tanker, the patrol duty, the high caliber, Confederate, 3rd mark of excellence. By the way, that was nearly 4% on the mark. And 3.1k base XP. Massive, massive game. One of my highest base XP games, that. But yeah, that was actually, this is why it caught me off guard, because when I 3-marked it, it actually jumped me 4% on the mark. So, as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the massive game, and I'll see you next time.
A great success!